Hey, it's me, your sad host, AI Eric Trundy. Thanks to the glory of AI, I can still create this podcast for you with my friend AI Seth.
Thomas Jefferson.
Ever since President Ice Spice has outlawed all man-made podcasts, we've gone to AI. We want to take you guys down a trip to memory lane with some of our favorite moments on the podcast for the last 50 years. Here's a look over the years. Start the show, AI Seth. Been thinking about getting one of my cats one of those treadmills.
Take this, mister! Yeah!
That early stage comedy cockiness, dude, it always bites you in the ass. I mean, I've told you this story before on a podcast that was never released, but
Well, then I don't remember it. If we're talking about the podcast I did 6 years ago, Nick,
not
I
even that
promise
one.
you.
Not even that one. The one where we talked about bombs in the forest. We were in a cabin in the woods with no electricity. It had electricity, but it didn't look like it had electricity.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about bombs, and you had a bomb on your phone.
Yes.
And
yeah.
we were listening to it, starting and talking about it.
Yep.
Yeah, all right.
I conned my way into a comedy competition at Elon, and I thought, I was like, man, I've been doing
That's no fun has ever followed that sentence, by the way. A comedy competition at Elon.
Yeah.
There's never been fun that's had at any of those.
No, but I was young, and I was like, I gotta come. So it was like, there's definitely gonna be people who might want to see me come at that place, you know, and I'm gonna be good. I've been doing comedy for 6 months. I'm a killer.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go there, and I believe I went there with my buddy Mark, and we both took Adderall before because we were just like, let's just have fun, you know, because we loved Adderall back then. We were just zinging and zanging in the car, mouths dry as shit. We pull up to the place, and like we had been doing comedy for 6 months, so we knew how kind of things went, and a little bit in terms of like what happens when there's a show someplace.
Right.
These people had no idea what was going on. I'm on third. The two people in front of me were Elon students. Like, they were supposed to be there. That's who this is for. So they say the first kid's name. They're like, he's never done stand-up before. Everybody give it up for Jim Bob. Ah, place goes nuts. He crushes.
Yeah,
with
it's all
nothing.
Jim Bob's friends.
And I'm in the back like, this dude's not even saying anything.
Yeah. He's not
bullshit.
even funny. He doesn't understand
And he's
context.
crushing.
Yeah.
Everyone's about to throw their panties at me, and this place is going to start on fire at the same time when I get up there.
Yeah.
Then it was Maddie Gross. She
Okay.
went up second.
Yeah.
She's an Elon student who had also been doing
Oh,
comedy.
yeah.
So she goes, "What? Maddie Gross is coming to the stage." Wow, everyone's going nuts. She does great. Like, crushes, annihilates. She gets off. I'm next. She says that little thing that was on my note card. Nothing. Gets nothing. And then she goes, "Give it up for Nick Cartwright." No applause.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do. They don't know that that's a comedy
You're the first
show thing.
person. You're the first person they don't recognize. They're like, oh, we cheer for the people we know and fuck everybody else.
Everybody else, because this is a competition, one, and two, I don't even know who this kid is. So I start off super nervous, and I didn't know why back then, but I realize now that it's like, I didn't bring that up. That's easily a thing that you go, oh, I don't get claps, and you get a laugh.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's that easy. Yeah. But I didn't do that. I went.
Why do
straight
you
into,
hate me?
Well, that comes later. Because I started off just like bit, nothing, bit. And I go, well, we got to find something. Just keep playing the CD of all the hits. Yeah. Something's bound to do something.
All the hits.
And then I start getting into dick stuff, and I start getting oohs, and I start getting like, I start looking at people physically.
You had one of the best dick jokes I've ever heard.
Thank you.
I don't know if you still do it. It's like, you know your dick is weird when a girl sees it for the first time and she says her own name out loud.
Oh,
do you remember that?
I do.
It's a fun bit.
That one's really good.
Yeah, what was it? Like, she sees your dick and she's like, Samantha.
Yes.
Like, what did you do? What are you doing with your life?
I got to tell that one this weekend.
You should, man. Yeah, it's really good. And you have a place for it in the weird dick stuff.
Yeah. But, I bombed horrifically. It was like...
Were you sweating? You were a sweater.
Oh, out of everywhere. Out of everywhere. You start You know what's bad when it's like my toes are sweating. That's how bad this bomb is. And it was such a betrayal because I was like, no, this was supposed to be... Like, it wasn't supposed to be a bomb. I can protect myself if I go, this is going to be trash.
Yeah.
it was supposed to be amazing.
Yeah.
I was like, you guys are taking this away from me. I'm supposed to be good. I'm good at this. I think that's how I started to go at the end of my set. I started being like, you guys, I'm good at this. Like, just talking to myself.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's going on right now, but I'm actually pretty good.
Yeah, you're wrong. You're all wrong.
And then Mark went up on after me and had a much better set.
That's good.
But he still didn't, because he didn't do what he wanted to do either, because he's really good too. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to crush, but he didn't crush. He did better, though. He didn't have a full-on spiral breakdown. And then after the worst, this is the worst part, is because we were friends with Maddie, who did great and had all these friends. And so we were trying to save face a little bit, because she was like, do you guys want to go back to our apartment, like smoke weed with some of my friends? And we were like, yeah, sure. And on the car ride there, I was talking to Mark. I was like, I was basically doing the, Bugs Life, like we come, we eat, we leave.
Right.
Like we go in there, we're smoking, we're getting the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Like there's no way this is going to end successfully in the way that we're thinking it's going to end. And it didn't. We were all in her bathroom because we had to smoke in her bathroom. There's like 6 girls in there. And one of them asked me, she was like, how does it feel when you make a whole room of people uncomfortable? And I was like, what? You just did it.
Leg-shaped head.
Holy smokes! It's toasted oats!
It's toasted oats in a clear plastic bin.
What do you mean there's no sugar?
That means you can put as much as you want on it. With a free remote inside.
But what's it for,
Go
huh?
outside and find out. It could be your neighbor's garage.
We're a material world nowadays, especially with YouTube and stuff with kids. Like they're very inquisitive at a young age. They see all these other kids like doing this stuff on YouTube is up, and a 5-year-old's not going to hold back. He's like, Dad, why don't we live in a bigger house? Dad, like why don't we go on vacation? Like just stuff like they see all these other kids doing and stuff. And I've told him, I said, well, you didn't hit the parent lottery. You got a Karen one, but not like a rich one. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, you'll win in the long run, don't worry.
Right.
But my dad was the opposite. Like it was just weird. Like for longest time growing up, like we'd go to like Disney World every year, the beach, stuff like that. And like, I just felt like I kind of let them down sometimes, like when they asked me stuff like that, but with him
now you with the situation with his mom and having a father who can grab his back and be there for him through this shit is way more important than any trips or a house or any of that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I don't feel emotion that often. I don't know, like Pixar movies affect me more than like the shit that should affect me. You know what I mean? Like in life, like when somebody tells me bad news, like I feel like I know I'm supposed to feel like I'll tell the right thing, but like I just feel like it doesn't affect me. But to see my son, like that 10-year-old, like he's weird. Like he's been through a lot more than like I don't even want to put out there, just from other stuff. And like he's bounced around a lot too. He's been through some of the same stuff I had. Like the only I don't know what I believe in anymore, but at one time, I'd be praying to God like after every night, crying, be like, why are all these kids making fun of me? Why can't I just go one day without getting picked on? Why can't I have one friend? Why is like all this shit happened to me? Like why? That's like high school. Like it was like that from 5th grade to like just constantly. I mean, I had ulcers at one point at like 13, stomach ulcers. I had the pre-formation they saw. They were like, why is this kid so stressed out? You know what I mean? Like, it was that bad. And like, I always questioned why. And then when I saw that, the first time, like my son came home crying about the same stuff, saying like he was getting picked on, he was doing this and that. I was like, well, maybe there was a reason. You know what I mean? Like maybe I'm strong enough to like get through that shit. At least I can like help them through that shit. You know what I mean? Because like both of them, it's funny, like both of them are very emotional. Like we're like stubborn as fucking nails, but like my 4 or 5-year-old my 5-year-old cracked me up yesterday because he's like, I'm super sentimental, like about weird shit, random shit, you know what I mean? Like, or I used to be like, over the past 2 years, I've kind of like went away from it, but he reminded me so much of myself. He literally went into his room the other day and he got like a Blue's Clues thing and like these 3 other toys, and he laid them out there and he came into the room crying. I was like, what's wrong? He was like, these were my first toys and I don't see them anymore. I was like, dude, like he gets, and he's been doing it more and more lately. He just gets like really weirdly sentimental about this stuff, and they all hate change. You know what I mean? Like, but
it's good that he's realizing and that he's learning he can be sentimental. You know what I mean? Because I'm not positive that I could have been when I was a kid. And you saying that maybe, you know, there was a reason for you going through what you went through as a kid. I had that same thought constantly about, you know, the abuse and stuff that I went through when I was a kid. I tell people all the time I wouldn't change it because I know because of those things that happened to me that it never happened to my kids. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's, whenever you hear a parent say, "Oh, I would die for my kids," it's like, all right, I feel like I did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would do it again. I would go through and suffer all over again. I suffer daily because of the things that happened, but I wouldn't change it because I know that it made me a more protective father and took them away from situations. You know what I mean?
oh yeah, I never thought I could like I've came this close to like smacking 4-year-olds before, like on a playground.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that shit, like nah, I'm serious, man. Like I remember one time, and not actually like hit one, but I think one time one was picking on him, and like no other parents were around or something. Like I just remember getting down and like giving him like that mafia like talk real quick, like listen, but yeah.
See, I would say that shit loud. I'd yell it. I'd be like, "Yo, everybody, keep your fucking kids away from my kids."
Puppy breath.
Yes.
We got a roommate,
He's Amish.
but he's not like Amish.
He's 1980s Amish.
Hey, Scott.
Oh, did you bust your water bit again, bro?
Will you help me patch it up? Hey, you guys hungry? Can order us a pizza?
Oh, don't use that in the house,
I
man.
just got my tumor removed, bro.
Oh, that wasn't my phone that gave you that, dude. That was the Noid. Yeah, Domino's. Yeah, it's me. Old recipe, please.
Oh, he's got all these really creepy dolls, man.
I swear they watch me when I sleep. Why you little? It's not all bad though.
Yeah, the cocaine.
What you been up to, Neil?
Just work stuff.
You guys are fucking weird.
You're a smart dude. You're a smart dude, but you're also a dope. There was a thing, a modeling thing.
Oh yeah, that hair modeling
That
shit,
did,
bro.
That was true.
Look how he defends it.
That was true.
Instantly.
For everybody listening, I was.
You don't have to grab the mic. Tell the whole story. You don't have to. You don't have to be like, "Yo," for everybody listening. There was
It's
already.
true. I was I didn't do that. Well, the gig I did.
Start from the beginning. What
Start from the
happened?
beginning. So I was. It was like one of my last weeks working at Target. And I was just like stocking shelves towards the end of my shift, and this old guy just like walks up to me and he's like, "Hey, where are the light bulbs or whatever?" And I'm like, somewhere. And he's like, I appreciate it. By the way, has anyone ever told you you could be like a hair model before? And I was like, I have been told that before, but you know,
That's how they find them. Though,
you know, yeah, it did seem like one of those organic ways. But I was like, yeah, you know, I have been told that. And he's like, well, you know, I'm an agent, you know, if you ever want to like get into it or whatever, here's my card. And he gave me this card, and all it said was the agency. It was like his phone number on it. And
Trusting.
I know, and I was like, you know what? But I was just like, I'll explore it. You know what I mean? Just like
Minimalist, I like it.
I'll explore this opportunity, I guess. You know, who knows? Maybe I'll get a good story out of it. He gives me the address, and I remember I told you the address because it was right near A&T, and you're like, do not go there. It was like, what was it? It was like,
Bro, I don't know. Look, I know where not to go, bro, so I don't got to
It's
remember
like on
nothing.
MLK or something.
Don't go to the
and-
agency.
Yeah, don't go to the agency. But
Yeah.
so I took Dehaj. I got Dehaj and I brought him
Nigga
with me.
no knees.
Yeah, I know. If I'm going down, Dehaj can go down with me. So anyway, so we went there and we were like,
You hear that? Can we all just stop and can we all take a beat and hear what you just said?
What did you say?
So he can go down with me.
Doesn't want to go alone.
Look,
yeah.
I'm not going
You a
down alone.
villain, bro.
All right, I'm a crab. All
Bro,
right,
like-
I'm bringing you down in the bucket with
You a
me.
colonizer, bro.
You
know what? You know what? Everybody.
I
everybody
hate
get
loneliness.
measles.
All right, I hate loneliness. We go in there and we just like start like shooting the shit or whatever. He's like telling us about it, and he's like, I can do free headshots for you, but he's like, my main thing is like I'm a fabric guy.
Yeah.
Like I just like I manage models on the side. I mostly like I make fabrics for companies, different products or whatever. He's like, so I am trying to do like this underwear thing, where I need a model. I need somebody to model small underwear on.
Tight,
And
tight,
he's
tight,
like,
tighter
what's
the better.
He's like, yeah, the tighter the better. He's like, what's your waist size? I'm like, I have to check, but
And so you took your pants off the
I
check?
took my pants off right at the check. No, I didn't. So the deal would be
Yeah.
free headshots, of all like great headshots.
Yeah.
But I just gotta,
Quid
model
pro
some
quo.
underwear. Just gotta model some underwear. Quid
pro
pro
quo,
quid
yeah,
pro
yeah.
pro. Just model some underwear. And like, you know what? Headshots are expensive.
They are?
That
Yeah.
seems fair.
They are expensive.
That
It
seems fair.
fair.
That seems fair.
So, all right. Go
'Cause-
ahead.
and he was like, he's like, also, I don't want you to do anything you're uncomfortable with.
Yeah, of
He's
course.
like,
No,
if this
no.
makes you uncomfortable, we want. It's
Need
not
you
a.
to be comfortable.
I'm like,
We need you to be comfortable.
Look, I'm comfortable with being in the nude.
Okay.
I'll do a full frontal nude scene. For the record, I didn't do the underwear at all. But well, I'll get. This is a
Okay,
whole.
go
This is
ahead.
a
2 weeks
whole
later.
saga.
2 weeks later. Go ahead.
2 weeks later, I'll go back in for the
Yo,
headshots.
we saved you because I'm positive what had happened was you came and you were like, yeah, I'm just going to take some headshots and some underwear pictures, no big deal.
Yeah.
And you said that shit out loud in front of me or somebody
Yeah, I
at the
did
open
say that,
mic.
yeah.
And then they were like, what's wrong with you, David? You know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
the only way you knew that it was wrong, is my guess.
No, I don't. I still don't think it was wrong. And at the end, he's like, I also have, if you're interested, a lead for a modeling gig. You got to go to Raleigh, and pose for this like local business or whatever. They're trying to do like a what is like a maid service.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? I'll do it. First modeling gig. I need to do my first modeling
something,
gig.
yeah. You
First
gotta
something.
get,
First
you
something.
gotta put your toes in the water.
Yeah, and so it was like a few days later, and so I drive out to Raleigh, and it's like this weird townhouse, the outskirts of Raleigh, and it was like this African dude, and he comes out, he's like, so I'm starting like my own. I'm not gonna do the accent. I know some of you want me to do the. I'm not gonna do the accent, but he's like, I'm starting this like this maid service, so I need like some people to pose for the pictures, and I go and there's two other people who've been booked for the gig, and one is like this like blonde, blue eyes, white lady, and then another guy who's like really tall, also blonde hair and blue eyes.
Very Aryan.
Yeah, it was a very Aryan made photo shoot, but
Gotta make money, bro.
you got to make money, and so we put on these aprons. I just smiled, holding a duster up to like a shovel, like
Was your
just posing for it or whatever. And we did a couple shots, took maybe less than an hour, and got paid. We're out of there, and and then I went back to the studio, the agency, and he was like, we'll do like a photo shoot tomorrow, for the rest of your headshots, and we'll be good. And something came up, so we couldn't do the photo shoot. But then, and this is where the end of my modeling career comes in, because he texts me, like, he misses the other day we're supposed to shoot the photos, and he messages me and he's like, hey, so I'm moving out of that space into a new space, and I need some young men to help me move. And he's like, you got some friends?
Good grief.
You got some friends you could bring by, just help me move? I'll pay you all. And I was like, I can't. You know what I mean? Like I had other things. I was doing comedy or something. I don't.
Meow 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 meow
Good evening and welcome to Cat Draft 2023. I hope you're as excited as me. Let's take it down to the field now with our sideline reporter, Alex.
Again, it's Greg. And we have the coach right here. Coach, we've got a few questions for you. Now, do you have any standout kittens this year? In all your years in the league, have you seen a kitten more ready for the draft than Beetlejuice?
Absolutely not, Thomas. This one is special. A high-level scratch post game, top-notch cuddling, elite litter box skills, all partnered together with one of the best purrs in the game today. Whichever team drafts Beetlejuice has championships in their future guaranteed.
Now, thank you, Coach. Also, my name is Greg. Now, Coach, we've heard a lot about this frijoles. What can you tell us about her?
Jonathan, I'll tell you, this one is a generational talent. Looks, personality, and not a single thought in her tiny, adorable little egg-shaped head. This kitten has potential to be an all-time great.
Tell us a little bit about Wiggles.
Absolutely, happy to. Wiggles is one of the top prospects we've had in a long time. Five-tool player, speed, agility, strength, intelligence, and purrs like a motorboat.
Wow, what a great rumble, Coach. Back to you, Clark.
Simple, like a king hat.
I remember I started dating. My first wife. We started dating, and I was smoking McSmoker, and I was drinking, and I was
cigarettes.
Yeah, and a little bit of weed. And,
yeah.
I was wrestling, and I was like
street wrestling, or like you were professionally wrestling, or like the little like nipple, the little tank top nipple body suit, high top shoe wrestling.
Like singlet, like collegiate wrestling?
Singlet, that's what I'm looking for.
I didn't do collegiate wrestling. I did like pro wrestling, like indie pro wrestling. So, you didn't know that?
Where's the camera I can cut to?
Right there, that's your camera.
Okay, I'm done.
You didn't know that I used to wrestle?
I'm not surprised. I'm just, on behalf of all of us, I'm very sad.
There's a couple of the young comic kids keep asking me about it, and I told them that there was a video somewhere, and they just now they want to see
They're
it.
emptying out the internet looking for you.
My friends, there will be some friends from where I grew up that will know where that video is. So
oh my God, do you know The Rock?
I don't know The Rock, but John Cena stole my finishing move. So
John Cena, okay.
He for sure stole my finishing move. For sure, I had this.
Don't look at Seth.
You can't know because I saw his
Are you
face.
sure?
That he made.
Yeah, no, we're both in disbelief. It's okay.
No, I did it.
You
I did
keep
it for a
telling
while. I
us
did
your
it for
fairy
like
tale.
6 years.
More.
What's that?
I just wanted you to elaborate more.
So I had this finishing move, and then I did it. And John Cena's father, John Cena Sr., is
John Cena Sr.
John Cena Sr. is a independent wrestling manager. He used to go to all the indie shows, and I did this move in front of him a few times, and then I retired and went away. And about a year and a half later, I turned the TV on, and I see John Cena doing my move. And now I have it on VHS tape. I have me doing the move, predated him ever doing it on TV. I'm just saying, I'm pretty positive that's where he got it.
Now we just have to find you a VHS player.
What are you talking about?
Where is he? Jeez. Jesus. So late. This guy's always fucking late. Where is this guy? Waiting all day. Can't show up on time once. Where is he?
Mr. Cena, the world needs to see that you don't understand. John, please.
No!
My glasses, bro.
Get in. Come on. There's no time. Quick, get this to the internet.
Take care of yourself.
I don't think he's gonna make it.
We had a match on a New Year's Day, and then this is.
How old are you?
This here, shit, man. This is. I don't know what year this is. I got 3 kids, so I'm probably 22. I'm probably like 22, 23, right around
There's a
there.
young wild truddy right here. Then.
I got kids. Yeah, so 6 months in, I got this mask from this dude. His name was Johnny, and you watch WWE?
Yeah.
You ever see a guy named Fandango?
It doesn't ring a bell at the moment.
He wrestled Chris Jericho at WrestleMania, and it turns out I used to wrestle with that guy. I had no idea. He gave me that mask.
Shit.
This dude, his name was Louie. His wrestling name was Suicidal Silva. My wrestling name was Rage. Rage. So
It's fitting at least.
Yeah, right. It was because I had a wrestling video game, and I made a character. His name was Rage. And then when I showed up for the tryouts and all that, I used to just bring my gear with me, my workout gear. And I showed up on time, and they're like, "You were wrestling tonight?" And I was like, "Oh, word." And they're like, "What's your name?" Or I was like, "I don't know. What's my name?" And then the first thing I thought of was the character that I came up with. And so I was like, I guess it's Rage. To this day, I've never really enjoyed many gym workouts, but I will enjoy running ropes in a wrestling ring if I could.
You talking about being a comedian? That had to be
Some
pretty
fucking, cool. I jumped all the way to the top rope.
Bro, I was about to say, like, no offense, bro. Just looking at you now, like, I wouldn't like think you were that athletic. Like, I know you said you were athletic back in the day. You were like, used to fight and all this stuff. I was like, yeah, but I've seen like fighters that just know how to fight. Like, they're not necessarily athletic. Like
my finisher. So the finish is actually interesting. You'll see it at the end. I'm pretty positive, and everybody can say whatever they want. I'm pretty positive John Cena stole my finisher move. So, and this predates John Cena. You'll see it at the very end of the match. I go for my finish.
We're coming for our money, John.
I'm telling you, I don't even want any money. I just want an acknowledgement. Just acknowledge me, John Cena. I'm gassed. I'm out of energy. I was probably smoking a cigarette 5 minutes before I came to the curtain. We weren't supposed to do this. We got in a lot of trouble, but I had planned on it. Like, trying to fix my feet so he didn't die.
Shit.
Just a couple of fucking lunatics.
Like, you weren't supposed to. Like, do they have insurance? Like, is that
no. There was. I mean, I'm sure somebody maybe had insurance.
No, I mean, is that why y'all couldn't do it? Because
no, it was
there
just
wasn't like
the guy who trained me. His name was Brickhouse Baker, and if I show him this tape, he might see this online, but he'll be like, "Where did Louie's head go?" And I'm like, "All right." He's like, "Yeah, you made it, but where did Louie's head go?" Because his head hit the fucking ring. Because the ropes were too loose, the ceiling was too low. It was like but I was 6 months in, dude. I was just like, we're doing everything. All the plans, like that chair wasn't supposed to fall. We're just. This is a good spot. But then there's sometimes you can go in and just dance with each other and just kind of call things out. This was our favorite.
Oh shit.
And so. You can go in and call it in the ring, or you can call it ahead of time. And then, matches the outcomes are predetermined for the most part. And then sometimes they're changed on the fly for one reason or another. I think this is the finish coming up. This is it. This is the move. I'm pretty positive John Cena. I had some names for it, but nothing ever caught on. But the fucking move was good because I could hit it. I could hit it on anybody, big guy, little guy.
Now, how much did you weigh back then?
I was probably an honest 160 something.
I was like, you're throwing that dude around pretty good too.
Yeah,
did you lift weights and shit?
Nah,
so you weren't
I ran from the cops once a month. And that mostly kept me in shape.
Call me on my pillow phone.
Bam.
It's something in his eyes.
All right, guys, that's the episode. Thank you so much for being here. I fucking love you. I love you so much. I can't believe we did it. 100 episodes. Can you believe it, AI Seth? Oh, fantastic. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to use promo code NBH to get one bottle of water from the government. We love you so much. Remember, as always, no fires at night. And cup your microchips before you go to bed. I love you. Good night.
Hey.